We're here with Ryan from DrinkBox Studios. How are you doing today, Ryan?
I'm good.
We're here to talk about Mutant Blobs Attack. So can you tell us about Mutant Blob Attacks?
Sure. So the game is a game where you play basically this alien blob. You start really small, and sort of your nature is that you like to eat stuff. So as you eat stuff that's smaller than you, and as you do that, you get bigger and bigger. Over the course of the game, you get big enough to eat buildings and cities, and eventually you actually eat the whole world. So that's kind of the essential story. I mean, the game kind of tries to go for this whole retro monster movie kind of feel, with a lot of sort of humor built into it. The essence of the gameplay is it's a platformer, but we've tried to incorporate a lot of Vita inputs into the game. So throughout the platforming, you'll run into sections where you have to use telekinesis power, where you use touch controls to move stuff on the screen to sort of get through different sections. There's also a bunch of tilt-based mini-levels where you basically tilt to move your blob around with like a top-down view and a slightly different art style to them.
What age would you be aiming this game at?
I think it actually appeals to a pretty wide range. The game is rated E10 plus by the ESRB, so I think that's kind of a fairly appropriate kind of category for the game.
Well, I sat down and definitely enjoyed it. Can you tell us about the length of the game, how long the campaign would be?
Sure, so there are 24 main game levels plus 5 bonus levels. I mean, the amount of time it takes a player to play through varies kind of per individual, but for playtesters we've had in, I would say about 4 hours or so is about how long it takes to do like a full playthrough from beginning to end. Now on top of that, there's stuff built into the game to kind of encourage replay. So a lot of it is very sort of collection based, so you can hit different collection targets within each level and get like a silver medal or a gold medal. And there are also these little blob friends hidden around in each level, 2 of them in every level, in kind of hard to reach places. So if you collect both blob friends in a level, you get a little badge on that level indicating that you did it. So that's kind of another thing that people can go back and do. There are also leaderboards and trophies.
So you can play with your friends and compete against each other to see who's the biggest blob?
Sort of, yeah. You can compete on the leaderboards for sure. Basically, to get the high score on the leaderboards on any particular level, you want to collect everything in the level. And then if both of you collected about the same amount of stuff, the differentiator will be time, basically. So whoever does that fastest wins.
So are there a lot of alternate routes through the levels so that you can collect stuff and maybe go back and replay it?
There aren't really that many places where like the levels branch or anything like that. There are a few, but there are quite a lot of places where things are hidden, not along the main path. So you kind of have to go off and kind of explore a little bit to find all the hidden stuff that you can collect.
Great. Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.